Hi there, beautiful. How are you going today? It's Sarah here from Proud Happy Brave, and I wanted to do a bit of a video on how to deal with anxiety in in times of uncertainty. This is prompted by the coronavirus stuff that is happening at the moment, but I hope these tips can hopefully work for any time of uncertainty that you're facing. And I usually don't like to focus on negative stuff like this when it's happening because I feel that that sort of, makes it seem larger and exacerbates things a bit. But when it's everywhere, it's a bit hard to get away from it, and we can feel fear, and yeah, we can sort of get on this downward spiral of anxiety about what's going on, and that's never nice. So I hope that these 5 tips can help you out. So, my first tip is to shift your focus. So, as I mentioned, when we do focus on things like this, they can sort of seem to grow. So, we want to try and flip that and not focus on them so much. So, whether that's interrupting your thoughts by doing something else, like a hobby or something, or even shifting your thoughts to think about it in different ways, think about the positives of the situation if you can, challenge yourself. Like my sister came up with a good one this morning that she said that with this coronavirus, she's feels like the positive is that people aren't traveling so much, so there's less emissions, and it's giving our planet time to heal a bit from all the emissions we pump out into it. So that's helping the environment and things like that. So yeah, if you can think about positives, and also gratitude, thinking thoughts of gratitude are really good in shifting our focus. So thinking about what you do have, what you're grateful for right now. And also, you can use this in the future tense too. You can think about, what you would be really grateful for to happen in this situation, and it just helps you shift your focus away from the negative stuff that's happening right now onto more positive stuff. My second tip is to limit your news consumption. So if you can, only listen or see or read the news once a day. We do have to stay informed and aware in situations like this, but yeah, usually once a day is enough. Or find ways that aren't so confronting. So I find reading news is less confronting than watching it. So that could be helpful. Or even if you have family members that enjoy, keeping up to date with the news, maybe they can let you know if there's anything that you need to know about, but you don't have to necessarily be keeping on top of it yourself. Because yeah, news they try to sensationalize it, and usually that is with the negatives and yeah, the stuff that we find scary and all that. So yeah, if you can limit your news consumption. My third tip is to create a sanctuary for yourself so that you can, if you do get overwhelmed or particularly anxious, you can get away from it. Have a like pre-designated area you go to or thing that you'll do. So, for example, you go out and spend some time in nature, or go to a separate room. Maybe you've got a little corner of the bedroom set up where it's just really nice and comfy. You can have some time out. Maybe you could read a book or watch your favorite movie or something like that, or even have a bubble bath. Just do something that is going to relax you, calm you down, and just fill you with a sense of well-being. And that moves us on to tip 4, which is take care of yourself. So yeah, as well as doing stuff that's going to provide you with feelings of comfort, and yeah, sort of getting away from it. Also take care of yourself in physically, in making sure you're eating well, drinking plenty of fluids, and having warm water if that helps, and making sure that we exercise. Exercise has multiple benefits because it not only does it help to keep us healthy in our bodies, it actually can shift up our mood and have us feeling better when our we get our blood flowing and all that. So yeah, exercise is a great one. Even if you have to do it via an app on your phone, if you can't, if you're stuck inside or whatever, that will still work. So yeah, that's a good one. And my last tip is a bit woo woo, and it is imagining a bubble, that you're surrounded by a bubble, and this bubble is filled with happiness and good feelings, and it's no negative feelings can't get in. So you're sort of protected in this bubble, and negative feelings just bounce off it, and negativity from outside just bounces off it. So yeah, that it sounds a bit strange, but it does work. It's worked for me. In imagining keeping the negativity away from me, because that just doesn't help me achieve be in a healthy space and be in a space where I can actually achieve good stuff. So give that a go as well. And oh, sorry, I did have another one. I think we're up to 6. Anyway, my last tip is to stay connected as much as possible. So, these times of uncertainty can isolate us, particularly this coronavirus. We're being told to isolate, and some places we're even in lockdown. And it can feel like, oh, we're not going to be seeing anyone. So if you can, keep on talking to people. There's no reason why, we can't phone people up or have like a Zoom chat on your computer or phone or iPad or whatever. I've seen some people doing co-working sessions via Zoom, so I think that's a great idea. And just find ways to stay connected, obviously, while still keeping yourself healthy. But yeah, don't let yourself get isolated, because when we get isolated, we can get stuck in our own heads, and we can get carried away. We can blow things out of proportion and make things seem worse than they are. So when you stay connected and try and keep that sense of community, which is something that I found is about when times of uncertainty like on a worldwide scale are happening, or even a more localised scale when we had the bushfires here in Australia earlier in the year. Community was pulling together, and that was a really great feeling, because it was a really scary time. So please don't feel like you're alone, and please feel free to reach out. Don't bottle things up. Always find ways to express yourself. Journaling is great. If you don't feel confident enough to reach out and talk to someone, journal it out, and sort of at least get it out of your mind, and then you can even work through what's going on. Maybe you can think up a positive action you can take to help you feel better about the situation. Like maybe I know around here at the moment, we haven't got to the stage where anyone is wearing masks in public or that, but if that makes you feel more comfortable and less anxious, then go ahead, do it. I think sometimes we worry too much about what people think, what other people will think of us, and yeah, it's not necessary. So yeah, I hope you find those tips useful, and yeah, reach out to me if you need to. I'm happy to have a chat and try and help you out where I can. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.